Hey guys, welcome to the Back Porch Studios. This is Chris. I got a big one today. When I first started this channel a bunch of years ago and over 600 videos ago, I started showcasing my Walking Dead collection, and now I've been a Walking Dead collector for many, many years. Right around, I don't know, say like issue 40, right around there. And I moved to Florida many, many years ago and walked into a comic book shop and said, I'm looking for something to read. What do you got? And the owner of the comic shop, who was there at the time, said, here, read this book, and handed me the first trade paperback of The Walking Dead. And after I got home, I read it, and within 20 minutes, I was back at the comic shop reading the next trade paperback. And then before you know it, I was collecting all the single issues, and within a very short amount of time, I'd had the first four issues graded in a 9.6. And many years after that, I was always wondering, I always looked at that as a bad decision at the time. Always wondered why I decided to go with a 9.6 instead of a 9.8. And about a year or so ago, a little over a year ago, I decided to sell my Walking Dead 1 through 4 in a 9.6. And then I decided to replace those. So I bought a number 2, a number 3, a number 4, a number 5, and a 9.8. And then have been without a number 1 for quite some time. And, I've been toying with the idea of liquidating my Walking Dead collection, and many times throughout the last 10 years, I've thought about selling the collection, and then for whatever reason, just have never done it. It's always been one of those collections that I just have always loved collecting, and there's always been The Walking Dead Deluxe that's kept me in it, and it's kept it interesting, and a new TV series has kept me into the show, and I've always, been picking up, I'll go by my bookshelf and I'll pick up trade paperback 1, and I'll start reading it again. I'm like, oh, I forgot how good this really was. And so I'll always toy with the idea of maybe selling my collection and just freeing up a whole lot of room in my house, but I've never done it. And then this book came across Instagram, and I pulled the trigger. It's Walking Dead number 1, and at a 9.8, and it was what I was waiting for. One of the things that I've been doing is I've been watching the market, and this book had been up to $3,000 for a while, and I've been waiting for it to come down, and I've been waiting for the custom label to come out, and these have been coming out and without the custom label, and I'm like, I don't want to buy, I want to wait for the custom label, and I want to wait for the custom label. And then the custom labels have come out, and they've been up like $2,500, $2,700, $2,800. I'm like, no. And then this popped a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, all right, we're just gonna pull it. And I got it for $21.99, and I felt that was fair enough. I sold my 9.6 first print. I think I sold my 2, 3, and 4 for a total about that price. So, looking back, it probably would have been my best interest to have bought this then, but it would have been the same price because that's what they were going for at the time. So it wouldn't have mattered if I had bought then or now. It's the same price. The book really is the same price, but I was kind of having anxiety, really, not having a 1 in my collection. Is it the black label? No, look, it doesn't matter. I know if people are like, it's not really the first print, it doesn't have the black warning label where it says mature readers. Look, I'm not into that. It is what it is. People will scream about that. It's a Walking Dead 1. It's a Walking Dead 1. This is one of the most important indie comics of the last many years. Right up there with TMNT 1, Spawn 1. The indie comics, this is one of them, and this is a blue chipper, no question about it. I think this is a super important book, and you can't go wrong with the Walking Dead one. You just really can't. And I'm so happy to finally have this in my collection. I now have 1 through 5 and a 9/8. I'm gonna send in my number 2 second print and my number 6 in, I believe, to get graded. But right now, I got to tell you, I have not been pleased with CGC and their pressing. Their pressing has not been impressive at all. They've been damaging a lot of books. So if I send them in, I think I'm just going to send them as is, or have another party press my books, because I've had 3 books damaged recently, and one of them was a good $300 mistake, and we can't prove that. So anyway, is what it is. But we're staying positive. I'm staying excited. Walking Dead number 1, CGC 9/8. Super thrilled to finally have this in a 9/8. It's been 18 years since I started collecting Walking Dead, and the first time I've had a Walking Dead 1/9/8 in collection. So it's really cool to have it in my collection for the first time in a 9.8. So that's it for today, guys. I'm a very happy collector, and I'm glad you get to see me be really happy and smile for having this in my collection. That's it for today. Hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye.